God's day, God's evening, or afternoon, may I say. How y'all doing? I pray your day has been blessed thus far. That y'all have had a great day. I know we're coming off a long weekend. But earlier we was talking about church, people doing things for church. It's windy. I got the windows down a little bit. But people doing things for church, and to just do it for free, or do it for just out the kindness of your heart. You try to do that to where, hey, Miss Marcia, how are you? There people walking by. Sorry. Hey, cousin, how are you? What's up, Mr. Woods? How you doing? Share your movie link or whatever on my God's Day page so I can share it. That your movie be coming out this summer. Share that your link with me so I can share it, because I haven't shared it share it with me so I can share it on my other page, or tag me in it and I'll share it. Either way, it's fine. But we were talking about this morning, someone asked a question about people doing, let me read the question I put on here earlier. Why won't people work for the Lord's house for free? This is just my intake on it. Everybody don't have to take it the way that I take it, or see it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. If that's your business, your job is to do something, as far as that's a business that you run. Say, for instance, that you cut yards, for instance. Whatever, if that's what you do, that's your business. I'm not saying that you have to, because you're running a business. You're trying to get people to do a business or whatever, support your business. So if you want them to support your business, you would do. Not saying that you have to do it for free, but to help out some kind of way. When I'm saying people that wants to be, they want to come to church and they want to get paid for every little thing they do, I'm talking about people that want to nickel and dime the church. Every time you pick up a piece of paper, you think you ought to get paid. Every time you move a picture from one wall to another, you think you ought to get paid. You think because you moved the chair or the pulpit furniture from this side to that side, you want to get paid. Because you took out the trash at the church, you want to get paid. You cleaned the bathrooms at the church, you want to get paid. That's not how that's supposed to be. That's what I mean by nickel and diming the church. By every little bitty thing that you do, every time you do something on behalf of the church or for the church, you feel like you should get paid. Again, if that's your business where you, I don't know, do something that's according to your company, your business that you do, I get you getting paid for that. Or if you're on staff at the church, I get you getting paid because that's you're on staff. I get that. But the other things to where you not, and then you taking more than what you put in. You want to get paid for all this stuff, but you don't never want to you're not paying your tithing. You're not giving an offering. You're just sitting back and waiting on everybody else to just give to you or to appreciate you for what you've done. Clean the bathroom. Everybody's bathroom needs to be clean. So you clean the bathroom for the church. What's wrong with that? You shouldn't have to get paid for that. You shouldn't have to receive all these accolades for cleaning the restroom or taking out the trash. Just do it just because. Some people they do want to get paid just for every little bitty thing they do. If they buy something for the church, they want to turn in a receipt. They want their money back for it. Do it out the kindness of your heart. Sometimes you just do things just because you just feel like that's what you feel like doing. You shouldn't have to get paid for every little bitty thing that comes across. Oh, I'm good at this. I wanna decorate the church, and they should pay me for decorating the church. No, You volunteer. Now, if the pastor or whoever is in charge of something say, how much do you charge to do whatever? And if you say, oh, I charge whatever, okay, that's an agreement that y'all have, and you go by that, do it that way. But if you just doing it, oh, I'm a clean the church, and then you come up, oh, I clean the church, I think you should give me some money. The church should give me some money for cleaning the church. No, no. No, that's what I mean by nickel and diming the church. A lot of folks feel like that's a part of it, of helping you out. But how does it really help? Because now, if the pastor or whoever is in charge of the church feel like that you coming in every time you need something, because you only come when you finna work, or you only come when you about to benefit from it. That's not of Jesus. That's not of the Lord. So nickel and dime the church for every little bitty thing. We picked up paper, we cleaned out the closet, so thank you, I appreciate it. But don't think you're gonna get paid for picking up the paper, cleaning out, for taking the trash out. The trash got to go out anyway, so somebody might as well do it. This is your church. Now, if you take out the trash at your job and that's not your job, do you ask them? Because you pick up paper while you at work, and your job description is not to pick up paper, but you pick it up anyway. You expecting an extra check from your job? They're not gonna give it to you. So why do the church like that? Why nickel and dime the church for every little bitty thing that goes on, whatever is needed? Now, again, if that's your business, that's something that's how you feeding your family, and you might not, what you might charge somebody else, say for instance you charge them $50 to cut their yard, you might discount it and say, oh, I'm just gonna charge the church $30, something of that sort, to where it's just like, okay, I won't take, because I'm helping the church out, I'm doing it, and it's my church. Sometimes you can just say, hey, I don't need anything, I'm not gonna even charge the church for this time. But every time you come and do something on God's program, every time you do something for God at the church, you do not have to get paid for it. These are just things that, like I said, you shouldn't even be getting paid. Taking out the trash, cleaning the closet, sweeping the floor, washing the dishes, that after a program or something like that. That's not okay. That's just not what that's no. But people will nickel and dime the church. They see all this big stuff and they think the church got it. Oh, because they got it, I'm going to see what I can do about getting it from them. I'm going to see how much I can charge. And then you want to charge your arm and a leg like you got this well-known company or business that's just, you just like, that's ridiculous. That's real ridiculous. Or every time you come to church, you expecting for the church to give you something. What are you putting in? Not saying you have to tell everybody what's going on, but if you getting paid for every time you do something for the church, how much are you putting in to give to the church? If you're not paying anything, you're not giving anything, only time you are actually supporting or helping is when it's beneficial to you. That's not of Jesus. That's not of God. And he's not pleased with that. Some things you can just do it out of the kindness of your heart. You don't have to always need to be reimbursed for stuff. You always don't need to be the light to be shined on you for the things that you do. Just do it just because. I just feel like coming to church, and I'm out today. This week I'm just gonna clean the restrooms, or I'm gonna sweep the floor right here, or whatever. This has been, and you don't know. You block your blessings by doing that, because you don't even know if somebody will, if the pastor or whoever just say, hey, here, thank you for doing that. We just want to bless you with this. That's good. But when you come in, you got a receipt, you got an invoice. Every time you do something, that's nickel and dime in the church. You don't want to do that. Do that to the people at your job. See how they work. See if you get paid for any of that stuff that you do at your job by you doing that. Because you pick you move the trash can over, you did something extra that wasn't a part of your job description. Your job is not gonna give you any extra money. So why do the church like that? Why do the Lord's house like that? You see that the church, the paper need to be picked up. You see that there's trash on the floor. Why not just pick it up anyway and not expect for somebody to pay you for that? To me that I feel like that. I know that that's ridiculous, but I know a lot of people do it. Again, if your company and the church wants to use your business for whatever they want to use your business for, and y'all have a set thing set for that, I get that. Do that. That's fine. But when you don't have nothing, a company, a business, and that's not your talent, that's not what you do, don't expect for the church to pay you for every little bitty thing. You just realize that you know how to do something on YouTube, and you wanna you wanna get paid for that? No, perfect it. Make sure it's great. Make sure it's good to where you can say this is something that I do before you just put that out there and then you want everybody to pay you for everything that you do. It does not work like that. It's okay not to get paid for certain things. Do it out of the kindness of your heart. You'll get blessed better by doing things out of the kindness of your heart. Not always wanting something from somebody. Not always wanting somebody to give to you. Especially when it comes to the church and especially when it comes to God people. I'm not saying, because I'm not one that do that. If you do a service at my house or for me or whatever, and we got an agreement, hey, that's your job. I'm gonna pay you for what you've done. That it is what it is. But all this extra stuff where folks they just looking to just take money from the church. Come on now, come on. And you and everybody think that all churches they don't. And you know you can't go into some of these big name churches and do some of this stuff that we try to do in the smaller churches. You can't go there and do that because they're going ahead. Oh no, we got people for that. Oh no, well that's already taken care of. Oh we good. We already got some. We already got that established with somebody else. But don't get mad if the pastor or the preacher, the church doesn't give you the money that you think you deserve because you done something nice. Come on. It's just some things that we allow a lot of things to happen or to take place, and you live and you learn from doing little different things along the way. But somebody asked that question earlier today about why won't they do things just out the kindness of their heart for the church, not always wanting something in return. And like I said, most of the time, some pastors or whatever, they'll be like, oh, you know what, such and such did a really good job. I'm just gonna bless them with that. You don't have a certain amount. Oh, I do this for $80, and then if I do that on top of that, that's gonna be $130. You not study just adding stuff on, and then you thinking, but all you gave from January to May, all you gave was $50, but you want $80 just for doing one little thing. But if I add something else, you want $130. It shouldn't be like that. You should just do things just out of the kindness of your heart, not always wanting something in return, not always wanting somebody to give you something. Be able to reach out and just say, I'm just going to donate this to the church. I don't want nothing back from it. I don't want to pay nobody for I don't want to have to pay me for what I've done. I just want to do this out the kindness of my heart. Because I want the Lord to bless me. If the church don't give me anything, I know the Lord going to bless me. He's going to give me another day on earth. He's going to bless me financially anyway. He's going to see that I've done the work. But you don't have to wait on the Lord to call your name. You can allow, you don't have to wait on the people at your church to call your name and say, oh, such and such did this or that. You can just, the Lord, as long as he know your name, if he's the only one that know your name, that's all that matters. All this extra stuff that we try to do to be recognized and to be seen. Oh, I did that. They ain't say my name. I did this. They didn't say I didn't get my name called. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And if you doing it for your name to be called, you doing it for the wrong reason too. You don't ever want to do something that's for sorry y'all. You don't ever want to do anything that's for the wrong reason. You always want to. Wait a minute. Let me adjust something here. It's wrong. You always want to do things, especially for your church or for your pastor or whatever, out of the kindness of your heart. A lot of people, like I said, they want to be seen and want to be recognized and they want to get paid. And I'm just, if you hear me saying, oh Lord, they just love nicking down the church, it's not, it's only because it's just small things. I call it petty things that you do, that you're supposed to do for the church anyway. It's a bill collector, I think. I don't know who calling me from Florida. Yeah, folks like to nickel and dime the church, and I'm just not with that. We just had that conversation the other day over the weekend, and folks do that to get over. And like I said, if you have a job, you're not going to your job and saying, oh, you telling your supervisor, oh, I took out the trash, or I picked up some paper when I walked to the break room, or when I was outside, I picked up a few things off the ground. They're not going to give you no more money for that, so why do the church like that? I don't know why people get that confused between the church and just your regular life, the things that you wouldn't do at your job, why would you expect for the church to do? I don't understand it. And that's a place where you are employed at, where they pay you hourly or salary, whatever you get. They don't want to pay you. So why do you expect for expect for the Lord to or expect for your job, expect for your job to take care of every little bitty thing that you do? You said this is your payment. Whatever you did in the midst of your time of being here, thank you. We appreciate it. We glad you did that for us. You so sweet. Thank you. So why when we get to church, oh, Pastor, I took the door handle off and I moved it to the other one because it was kind of a little shaky. Is there a way the church can give me $30 for doing that? No. No. We got to always stop expecting for the church to always just give. You give to the church. You help the church out. The church, you don't know if they could be struggling or not. Have you done your part? You can't worry about nobody else. Are they paying their tithes? Are they paying their tithes? They giving an offering? Or they doing this? Your focus is on other people. You're not doing the right thing. You don't always put your focus on somebody else because that means it's not on God. You come in for the wrong reason. I told y'all last week, when you go to church, be excited about going to church. Be happy about going to church. Come in with the expectation of receiving the Lord. Be happy that He allowed you to see another day that wasn't promised, and you can serve Him again. You can praise Him again. You can give Him the all of you. When I say all of you, that means you're not afraid to stand up, clap your hands, wave your hands, shake your head, whatever you got to do to give God praise. You're not afraid to do that. You letting go. You don't care who looking at you. Hey, sister in love, how are you? You're not caring who looking at you and what they looking at you for. You going to give God all your all. You're giving Him everything because He didn't have to wake you up that morning. He didn't have to start you on your way. He didn't have to give you all the activities of your limbs. He didn't have to make sure your children they woke up too. He didn't have to make sure that you had a roof over your head, clothes on your back. He didn't have to do any of those things. He didn't have to He didn't have to do any of those things. So don't go to church like He owe you something. When you go to church, don't come all cute and dolled up just to sit there. Now, if you was at a club or something, you would do it. You was at a party, you was doing something that was doing something else. You'll put all your all into it. Why can't you do that when you go to church? Because the party and all that where you at, they don't care nothing about you. They want your presence there. They want the fun that you finna bring to the atmosphere. You being a hype, they when you do that, they happy. They happy you there. So why not give God that same energy? You in my area, where you at? Why not give God that same energy that you give into going to the club and to these parties? Give Him that same energy. Not always wanting somebody to do something for you. I always want to cut. I always want a discount. I always want to be. Now, this is just me. How can somebody make a great business or put their business and you always want to cut? Well, if you selling it for 30, why not give it to me for 15? Why? Because now they trying to build a business. They keep cutting everybody down to the lowest. I'm talking about just regular people. I'm talking about church folks. If you just want to cut their price down, what they gonna do? They trying to feed their kids too. You don't go to your job doing that. I'm just saying, think about the things that you wouldn't go to your job and ask them for. You should just give it to me. Then, okay, they had to pay for it, so you have to pay for it too. Stop at McDonald's. Up down Belline, next to McAllister's. And why you not at work? I'm just asking. That ain't my business. I just want to know. Y'all out today? Oh, okay. Must be nice, honey. Must be nice. So you was all in my area because you was on the other side. Now you up here. Okay, well, come on. Come on. But, yeah, don't always look for somebody to always do something for you. It's nice to be nice, and it's nice for people to be nice to you. But you don't have to always be that person to always want that discount, always want to cut. Because if it was you, they always want a discount. They always want to cut. They always want me to give them something. Think about it if it was you. I always think about, well, what if that was you? If the shoe was on the other foot, how would you feel? Would you feel the same way that this person is feeling? They always want to nickel and dime the church. And I'm gonna tell you, if you that person or you know people that nickel and dime the church, do you use some people again? Oh, okay. Oh my, y'all must be finna have a party or a gathering or something. Y'all finna have a gathering. If you're that person that always nickel and dime in the church and always got your hand stuck out for the church to give you something, people won't use you again. They'll find somebody else. They do that same thing that you're doing, and probably even better. And they'll use them instead of using you because of the way that you handle customer service is big. If your attitude, you can be the prettiest person, and I have seen some people that you just like they are too cute, but their attitude is just nasty. Ooh, their attitude is horrible. You just like, you too cute to have that bad attitude. Dress beautiful, nice, everything, pretty face, even handsome men, but I'm to females especially. Have a pretty face, beautiful, just, on the outside. But right here in their heart, they are, and I don't like to use this word, but I'm gonna say it right now. I just say they it's just horrible. It's like, I don't say ugly. I don't like that word. But they have a very, very dull, awful spirit. Like, their heart is just awful. It's like, where did you get yourself? Like, what is that in you? You too cute to be acting like that, to be putting that yourself out there like that. And some people don't believe that that's true, and they think because you got a pretty face or you got a nice body that's gonna get you far. Open up your mouth and see what happens. If your mouth is awful, as far as whatever comes out of your mouth, if whatever come out is awful, your presence, your spirit is awful, people are not going to talk to you like that. They're not going to use it. Be like, ooh, I would ask them, but have you heard their attitude? Their attitude is just horrible. They got an awful attitude. Their presence is just bad. It's a couple of young ladies that I know. One of them, she don't work here anymore. Pretty girl, but she was just like, she lost all this weight and were able to wear skinny jeans or whatever, and then she just had this, when she walked around, her head was up high and she didn't see nobody. And I said, oh, you don't got like that now? You ain't got to a point where you would even speak no more. Really? You got your presence, and people don't want you around because your attitude is so bad, it's so awful. But if your customer service is horrible, people won't. I'm big on customer service. We went to, I think I told y'all this, I'm not sure. We went to Griff's a couple of weeks ago, and we pulled up. It was late, and young girl was in there, and she was taking an order at the little window, and she asked me, I was on the passenger side, my husband was driving, and she was like, would y'all like anything else? And I said yes. She said, okay, thank you. And I kept, and my husband said, she said she wants something else. She said it again. Okay, thank you. And so he was like, oh, okay, I know how to fix it. So we pulled up to the window, and she walked up to, he said she was saying she wanted to order something else. Oh, I had said, and I said, oh, and the other girl, and she got mad. She walked off, so another young lady walked up to the window, and she said to them, now when we pulled up, the first young lady that said it, she was texting on her phone, and I was like, oh, so she already wrong, because you ain't supposed to be texting on your phone while you serving customers. So the other once he said it, she walked off, and the other girl came, and she seemed like she was upset. And he said, I was just telling her that. She said, well, I couldn't hear. He said, but I said it too. I told her that we wanted to order, that my wife was trying to order something else. And the girl said, well, I guess she didn't hear. She took up for the girl instead of saying, I'm sorry, sir. I don't think she heard you, but I do apologize. What else did y'all want to get? So her attitude was nasty too. I said, oh, they feed off each other. If y'all friends, somebody got to have a good attitude so you can help your friend relax or whatever. Relax. Stop being so ready to fight and ready. So she had an attitude, and I told my husband, they had fixed my food and brought it up there to the counter. I said, I don't want it. I don't want it because that customer. So he said, y'all get that food to somebody else, and we drove off. She was getting ready. She was asking for the money, and he said, you don't get my money. And that's true. I'm not gonna patronize at a restaurant or a business if your customer service is horrible. We have to teach these younger, because we know these was like high school young ladies, and they have a lot. Everything is ready. They on ready. They stay ready. We have to tell them how great an attitude, a good attitude, will get you a long way. People won't mind helping you or supporting you or doing something to make you better. But when you have an attitude just for nothing, just because you said, okay, well, maybe I just didn't hear you, it's a misunderstanding. You ready to walk off with your phone because you ready to text. Was your mind really on what I ordered, or what is it really on who you was texting or who you was on the phone with? I'm not sure. But I didn't want the food. I believe if your attitude is great, your customer service is great, I don't mind patronizing with you. I don't mind giving you, but I'm not gonna give nobody angry and upset my money. I'm just not. I would drive off. I'll tell you first, but I'm gonna let you, because it goes a long way. Don't have no business in your customer service is offering you, wondering why but one or two people is actually dealing with you, and they buy a string. Hey cousin, they buy a string talking to you. Customer service is grand. You always want to support somebody else. If you might not be able to support them in what they're doing financially, but the word of mouth, sharing what they're doing, it can help. It's not about nobody trying to hate, nobody's trying to be like you, nobody's trying to be in your it's nothing like that. You supporting somebody else. Everybody's not gonna be appreciative of what you do. If they're not appreciative of what you do what's on your heart to do. If you feel like some people, I don't want to give them no $30, I just want to give them 10. If that's on laid on your heart to do, but don't try to pull nobody else down. If they don't want to use your business, they don't want to do the same thing you're doing, don't stop nobody else from giving, or somebody else from supporting somebody else. Everybody's not gonna like everything you're doing. I told you a long time ago, some people just don't like your face. You walk into a room and your face showed up with you, and they just upset. I'm telling you, they will be upset with you because your face showed up with you. I just don't like her. And people don't like you, they don't have no reason. They don't even know why they don't like you. They just don't like you. But don't let that hold you back. You keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing. You keep doing what God called you to do. God say, Shanita, how are you? You just keep doing what you're supposed to be doing. But I just thought, I say that about customer service because I know a lot of people have different businesses that they do that ties to the church. And if the church see, they do great work, it's a good price, it's a good deal, and they work well with the church will continue to use those people over and over again. But if it's one of those where your price fluctuate and you doing the same thing, and your attitude is bad, and you act like I owe you, I have to use you, holla, bye. We gone. We good. The yard pit person we have now, absolutely amazing. I need to say something. But some people don't. They look for you to. They feel like because you know me, I have to use you, and I'm that person. I'll tell my husband in a minute. Why are you using them? Why? How much they charging? What? I got somebody. Don't worry about it. I know somebody that knows somebody. I don't know who these people are. Hello. This is how those kind of people get blocked. But some people do that because they feel like you have to use it because you know them. You have to use me. You don't know nobody else that does this. Really? Keep thinking that. I'm glad you think that. That's so sweet. You think you're the only one. Watch this now. Watch this. I got this. Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. But yeah, a lot of people feel like you have to use them because you know them. I'm big. I don't care if your price is cheaper than somebody else's. But if their customer service is greater than your customer service, I'll pay them the extra money. I don't even mind. I'll pay the extra money to that person, not because you cheaper. I won't use you because your attitude is awful. You have a nasty attitude. You walk into a room and your attitude is messed up. I'm good. It's okay to smile though, and then especially if you come around people that did nothing to you and you have an attitude for nothing. Why? I just seen you walk in here. What's wrong with you? Why you got such an attitude? You don't even know. You just mad at the world. Why? This is another beautiful day the Lord has made. We want to rejoice and be glad in it. He gave us everything that we need, not what we want. You might not have everything that you need, but He gave you something that you probably didn't even deserve, but He gave it to you anyway. Why are we upset at that? Cause he gave you why you mad? You know, all that frowning and all that. I don't think my head do them wrinkles. It's probably because my hair too tight anyway. It's probably not gonna do that. All the why are we all upset and we mad at the world just because I'm sending his text out. When it comes down to texting, I like the letters to be capitalized when they're supposed to be capitalized. I don't like the little case. You're looking for a good professional beautician. You talking about like regular, like doing your hair, or you want like hair added, weave or bundles or whatever? Because as a guy at my job did that before, and I said, tell me what you're looking for. Because my old beautician that we was having since I was little bitty, she is great with growing hair. Now, if you're trying to look for color and long color and adding hair to it, she's not that person. So you have to, it's which one you looking for. Because if you want your hair done, she's great at that. She does those kind of things. She can grow your hair. She can give you. Now, if you're looking for something else, then just tell me which one you're looking for. I can tell you who is who. Because quite a few people that one, two, I might switch between 4 or 5 different people. Depends on what you're looking for. 3, 4, 5. Depends on what you're looking for. But yeah, especially when you're doing my hair, if your customer service is great, you can do it again. Your customer service is awful, I don't care how much. I was wondering why I was warm. I had that in the middle. If your customer service is grand, oh yeah, I'm coming back. I love my beautician I've been having since I was little. I love her. And she jumps on me every time. What you been doing to your head? What you been doing? I'm just like, see what had happened was, So you come to me and you want me to fix it. Ma'am, let's talk about this. Don't do me like that. Don't do me like that. But I love her. I don't mind going to her. She get me together, and I'm aware that she gonna get me together. But when you have somebody that they feel like you gotta use them, like you don't have no choice. You're not the only one that does hair. You're not the only one that can do whatever it is that you do. You're not the only person that do that. And don't ever think that you are. Like nobody can outdo you doing anything. The Lord gave everybody some type of talent. Everybody's just different. But don't think that yours is greater. You're supposed to think yours is greater, but don't think that you're the only one that know how to do it. Just support those that can do it too. If somebody else can do something that you already do, some people might know how to fix cars better than you. It's okay. Everybody don't know everything. If they can put a motor in, I don't know how long it take to put a motor in because I don't do them. But, excuse me, if it takes them, it might take them a day or do motors and you still working, you still trying to get your time cut down to 3 days. Don't get mad at them because they can do it in a day. Well, if you're looking for somebody to do it within a day, I know somebody. I can't do it for the next 3. Refer them to somebody else. If you're not that person, it's okay. It's okay. Everybody is not on this earth to do everything. My husband is a percussionist. He been playing the drums since he was way young. So I think he's been playing 20-some years now, 25, 30 years now. But he always say, hey, I know a drummer. Let me get you another drummer. Let me help you out with another. He does things like that because he said that's something I did when I was younger. Okay. See? He came through. He came through. Look at God. You didn't have to wait and say, oh, I can't do it until Friday. He was ready. He already ready. That's what I'm talking about. You don't need to take all day and I got over it or my baby got sick. When they give all these excuses, yeah, I'm good. No, you got too many excuses because if I need you the next time, I need somebody to come in the clutch. If I need you, this dude here he gonna be see, he already ready. But my thing is just customer service. I'm big on that. I'm not saying everybody else have to be big on that, but be just watch out for the nickel and dimers. I'm gonna call them the nickel and dimers, because some people I don't like that for church, for the nickel and dimers. I cannot stand it. My husband would definitely tell you what. No, every time she wait a minute, you know me. Look, I'm gonna wait a minute. WAYMENT, wait a minute. But some people they okay with doing that. Some people just come to church just to get over on the church, to do things just just to get just to get something out of the church, and that's not what you're supposed to be doing. Like I said, if you have a job that you go to because you do something additional, you're not asking them for no more money. You just doing it. Thank you, appreciate it. We love you. We care for you. We glad you did that for us, but we're not giving you no extra money. They don't do that. So don't expect for the church to do it. Support your church. If you don't have a church home, support somewhere. Do something somewhere. It doesn't, I think Deacon Wesley asked that. We've been talking about tithing in Bible study last Wednesday night, and deacon of the church, he said, Pastor, I do have a question for you. He said, so what are the senators supposed to do? They supposed to pay tithing too? Yes, they do. Everybody. Let me see if I can find that scripture where we was reading that at. Let's see. Find that real quick. Because I know it, but I just want to make sure. I don't want to say it wrong. Because we've been talking about tithing for a while. And a lot of people don't know a lot about tithing, but it's good to know about tithing. Well, we read Malachi 3:6. Hey, Kimmy. Malachi 3:6-12. But all nations shall call ye blessed, for ye shall be a delightsome land, said the Lord of hosts. You have to, it said, bring all the tithes into the storehouse. You have to bring, it doesn't matter if you're a sinner or not. Everybody's supposed to pay their tithing. Period. He didn't ask you, do you want to pay your tithing this when you get paid? You thinking about paying it, you want to pay it, he don't ask you that. It's a requirement. It's a requirement. You're supposed to do it. You're supposed to do it. Not he's demanding that you're doing it. You have to do it. But a lot of people don't, it is what it is. They feel like it is what it is. But it's there. In the words of Bishop, if you ain't told the page is out, it's there. It's definitely there. But yeah, I was just talking about the nickel and dimers of the church. You don't want to nickel and dime nobody or nickel and dime the church, because we supposed to do things from the kindness of our heart for a lot of stuff. Again, if that's your company, your business, and that's what you provide service for, I get it. Yes, I get you at setting up, but you get that agreement up front. Don't do stuff and then expect for a payment to be given to you, and that wasn't spoke up at first, especially when you ask, well, can I do this for the church? And then when you finish, oh, that's gonna cost you. No, you don't do that. You get that situated up front, because the church didn't play into that, because else somebody else could have done it, and they could have done it probably better or not cost the church anything. Don't take away from the church like that. You give to the church. You help out with the church. You support your church. Whatever your church is in need of, if you can't do it, find something there that you can do, that you can support with, that you can help out with. You don't know whatever your calling is, whatever the Lord has blessed your talent to be, do those things, and not always expect for the church to pay you to get things out. To expect for the church to give you everything that you no. You bought a pack of nails. Thank you. You shouldn't want your $2 or $3 back from that. Come on. Especially if you're not one of those types. Every time you do something, don't expect nothing from the church. Like I said, you support your church, help them out where there's help is needed. I gotta go back to work. Where that help is needed, and don't be that person. If you know something, if you're that person, stop being that person today. Sometimes it's okay to do the things out of the kindness of your heart, and not always expecting things from them, or even more. Don't do what you wouldn't do at your job. You know, I know Bishop talk about that all the time. Don't do things that if you wouldn't ask for extra stuff from your job, then don't expect to do it, you know, especially from the church. Especially from the church. I don't know why they think the church got all this money. They just be, well, I can only speak for no crazy. Yeah, don't expect that. Don't do that. Like I said, sometimes folks, they look for recognition. The Bible talks about bragging. You're not supposed to brag about things that you've done or plan on doing, so your name can be called, so you can be recognized every time you do something for the church. Don't be that person either. It's okay if they don't call your name. To me, I don't care if you ever call my name or whatever. I don't even care. Long as Jesus know my name when it's my time, that's all I care about. The people on this, they ain't got nowhere to put me, I don't even care. If long as he know my name and he know who I am, that's all that matters. Because I know who he is. I know what he's done for me. I know how he's watching over us, my family, watching over me. Things that can happen. I know what he's capable of doing. I know his work. I know what he's a miracle worker. I know he's a way maker. I know he can bring me out of anything that I've asked him for. I know he could do those things. I know what he could do. As long as he know my name when it's my time. I don't care if nobody ever called my name and said I did this or that. Why they didn't say my name? I did that too. I did this too. So what? Do Jesus know who I am when it's my time? Do he know my name? That's all I worry about. Some people, they get caught up behind titles, and they want their name to be called for every little bitty thing. We can't do that. If you take out the time to call everybody's name about every little bitty thing that they've done, you're not doing it for the right reason. I told y'all this morning, when folks come, I ain't bringing no prayers or nothing. When folks come and they got their money balled up in their hand, and you don't know what it is, it's $1, $5, $10, $20, and they just put it in the bucket, you have to, take that back with you, because you're not giving it from your heart. You're not giving it because you want to be a cheerful giver. Be cheerful in your giving. Even if your cheerfulness is not within the church, if you're not at church yet and you haven't given be cheerful with somebody else. Bless somebody else. Come on, put your groceries up here. I did that at the store maybe about 2 months ago. It was an older guy. I think he had like a box of cereal and something else. And he was making a joke. He told me, oh, so you going to give me this for Father's Day? And I was like, he ain't got but a couple of things. I don't sit up here he ain't like he going to break me with this little bitty, with all this stuff I just bought. Come on. He said, no, I was just playing. I said, no, come on. No. We went back and forth. I told the cashier, ma'am, bring that up, because I'm not going to do this with him. He said, well, next time I see you in this store, I'm going to remember you. And I'm like, I come over here to the store, but I'm not, it's not a big deal. He was just so excited and happy. He was like, an old man don't have that much money. And I'm like, I don't know your circumstances, sir, but let me just go ahead and just take care of this for you. You're paying it back. Because he reminded me of my dad. It's always like, if this was my daddy, I would want somebody to help him out. I know my dad is dead and gone. But if that was my daddy, I would want somebody to help my daddy out too. You never know. And he was just so excited. You don't know what that man was going through. He probably needed whatever money he was going to spend for that food. He probably needed it for something else. Go ahead and put it on something else. You never know. And he made it out to a joke, but I was like, you know what? You're right. I kind of was thinking about it a little bit right before he walked up. But then when he made the joke, I said, I'm going to put this joke back on him. Come on, put your stuff up here. I got it. And he ain't have but 2 or 3 things. He was like, oh my God. I was like, no, it's not a big deal. I think somebody else behind him was saying, no, he won today. He was the winner for the day. Come on, sir. And he was like, oh my gosh, thank you. I said, you're welcome. I would just want somebody to, if it was my daddy or my uncle, my people, or whoever, to help somebody else out. I hear people saying they do it all the time, but when you actually do it and you see the happiness in somebody else, and it's not for no recognition. I didn't go all out and say, I just bought this man groceries. Y'all see this? I just paid for his stuff and he had a few things. No, you don't need to be recognized for that. God seen it. He know. Write that down, Jesus. You got that, You're not looking for something. You not always have your hand stuck out waiting on somebody. Now when I go back in the store, I'm not gonna be looking for that man. Where he at? He said the next time I come up here, and that's been months ago. I don't even know what that man, I couldn't even tell you what that man looked like right down to this day. But I was sitting up there, I'm waiting on him to come up to this store because he owed me. No, that means I didn't do it from the kindness of my heart. I want to do things from the kindness of my heart so that I can be blessed. Y'all don't want y'all blessing, I'll take your blessing, because I don't mind taking somebody else's if they don't want it of their own. But you don't have your arms, you in church and you got your arms folded. Stop this. Stop having your arms folded, and because you're not receiving nothing. Don't say, oh, it's cold in here. You're not receiving nothing. But every time you come to church, your arms is like this. You're not coming to receive anything. When you go walking in those doors at your church or whoever's church that you may attend, you may visit or whatever, come with your arms open wide. Come with the expectation of receiving God, knowing that He's brought you through a lot all week long. Oh, I went through a lot last week. Y'all wouldn't even believe half the stuff I went through last week. But the stuff I'm still happy. I'm still joyful. I'm still excited. Because it could have been worse. It could have been a whole lot worse. It could have been something that I couldn't even recover from. That it just be like, Jesus, look, listen, let me talk to you. I'm so sorry. Forgive me, Lord. Whatever I said or did, it could have been a whole lot worse, but it wasn't. And I'm grateful to God. It wasn't worse than what it was, and it was just a little bit different stuff. But grateful to God, it worked out. Everything is all good. But you still be happy. You have to go through some stuff, so that you learn how to, you have those experiences that you go through, so you learn how to live through it and overcome it the next time if it comes your way again. You won't be scared. You won't be afraid. You'll be actually saying, Lord, I know what you're telling me. I see what you're doing. Let me receive what you just gave me. Let me receive what you just told me. Let me take this in. And I'm telling you, when folks see that you are happy, you're joyous, it's like as I was telling the security guards in there this morning, it's like a ripple effect. When folks see that you happy and joyous, they know when folks see you walk through I'm telling you, when I walk through this, you're gonna see it. Well, I'm probably gonna, because I don't want to tear this up. When I walk through the doors, they say, hey, good, they happy, because that's the type of spirit I bring to them. I'm not gonna come in and be like, hey, whoa, what's wrong with you? And every time they say, oh Lord, here she go again, woe is me. Nobody like no woe is me person. Every time you see them, they got an issue, you just be like, oh, here they come, they got something else. You don't want to be that person. Be better. Be greater. The Lord has a lot to give you, but you got to be ready to receive it. You got to open up your hands, open up your heart, open up your mind. Tell Him thank you. Give him all the praise that He deserves. Anyway, don't take nothing for granted. Don't expect for the Lord. He got to do it. He worked for you. Get out there and do something for Him. Get out there and work for Him. Get out there and make sure that you telling other people about God. If nobody, y'all know I invite you to our church all the time. At New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, 2219 Lamont Avenue, Dallas, Texas, 75216. Great, amazing, wonderful pastor. Oh, I think she finished. Oh, please don't hit my car. Great, amazing, wonderful pastor, Bishop Dwight Collins. We do a lot. I've been posting stuff. If y'all have not followed our page, the New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church page, please go and follow our page. We do a lot. We have a lot going on. We're a part of a new fellowship that's just started up about a month or so ago. But we will have a mass choir rehearsal tomorrow night. You don't have to be a part. There's 3 churches right now that are a part of this fellowship. It's the Wayside Missionary Baptist Church, God's Hospital, Deliverance Holiness Church, and New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. You don't have to be a part of either one of those churches. Just come. You want to sing in the choir. I know everybody say, I can't sing. It's a lot of folks say that. But you sing. If the Lord gave you a voice to push something out, you can sing. Just come on and join in the choir. Like I said, you just want to sing just to sing. You're not in a choir at your church, or you're not a part of a church, but you just still want to sing. Come on. We rehearsing tomorrow night at New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, 2219 Lamont Avenue at 8 o'clock. It'll be right after our Bible study. Everybody that's a part, if you want to be on the praise and worship team, please come on out. We're going to rehearse right after the choir rehearsal. All these things is going to be happening. We're going to actually sing on next Wednesday, June 5th at 7:30. And that service, we're going to do this every first Wednesday of the month. And that service will be on June 5th at 7:30, but it will be at the Wayside Missionary Baptist Church. And that would be, I can't think of his, 4128. I just learned his address, 30. 4128 South Beltline Road. Make sure I'm checking my phone real quick. But I believe that's the correct address. I just not read that message. Yes, I'm right. 4128 South Beltline Road, Sigleville, Texas 75159, and that is Pastor Alexander. So please come out, be a part of this. I've been posting flyers. I'm gonna still post them. I got some more work to do. I got a lot of work to do. But come out to the fellowship. Again, you don't have to be a part of either one of these churches. We just want your presence. We want you to be there. We want you to come with the expectation of receiving God. And we want you to have a great time in Jesus. You don't have to be a part of the church. We're not asking for no money, no registration, none of that. None of that. The church service, of course, they will raise an offering, but we're not asking you to give money to join in the mass choir. None of that. We're not asking for any of that. We just want your presence. We want you to come sing. We have a lot of things that will be planned, and we're going to have a good time in Jesus. And this I love because the fellowship brings, and Bishop Smith from God's Hospital, pastor of God's Hospital, he is the president, the founder and president of this fellowship. And what I love is because he's a pastor of a holiness church, and then the other two churches are Baptist churches, and people feel like you can't mix you can't mix them together, but we have a great time, man. I'm telling you, when we have church, and we love each other. We family now. We've been fellowshipping with Bishop Smith for like 3 years now, and every time we fellowship, it's a grand time. It's always great. We always have a great time. We always feel like we've been to church, and it's always grand. It's always grand. So Wayside Missionary Baptist Church, Pastor Frank Alexander, God's Hospital Deliverance Holiness Church, Bishop Smith, and New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church, Bishop Collins. All three come together to worship God, to not put a denomination on it. It's just church. That's what we come. We come to praise Jesus. We serve the same God. You don't have to put my church is this, and my church is that. We have fun, and it's all about God. So please come out tomorrow night. I'll say this again. I'll post the flyer I'll share the flyer on my page. Please go and like God's Day, Whispers in the Pews page. Trying to keep a whole lot of things going on there. Have your friends come and like that page. Share that page. Go and like the New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church page if you have not already. And go and like the Faith Fellowship for Churches page. I run all those pages. Go and like them. See what we doing. If you got Instagram, there is Instagram for the New Freedom Chapel Missionary Baptist Church. We have an Instagram page. Go and follow that page. Also, yeah, that's the only two we got. That's the only one I have for Instagram. It's a lot of work keeping up with all these pages, but if it's about Jesus, and I'm sure for somebody else to come in and come see what we're doing at these different churches and what we're doing, I don't mind sharing it. It's not a big deal. Also remember, because I have to get off here, I got to go back to work. Also remember, if you have a business, a company, you have a sporting event coming up, you have a event at your church coming up, a program, pastor and wife anniversary, a prayer brunch, a prayer breakfast, any of that stuff, you sell paparazzi, you sell pickles, you sell clothing, you tennis shoes, whatever you do, share it, make it public. Whatever you do, your page, you have a business page, share it with me so I can share it on my God's Day page. If you share it on your page and tag me in it, or tag God's Day Whispers in the Pews page, we'll get the information out, share it to other people. I'll try to get all my friends and everybody to share the same information so we can help each other out, support each other. Church events, I don't care if you got something going on the same day I got something going on in my church, I will still share it. Somebody might not be in my area, but they might be in your area, and they still want looking for a church to attend. Some people, they get on Facebook and be like, hey, who having church this evening? And you can say, oh, I know somebody, and they can come and support your program. You might not know who they are, but they might just want to come and support you because they seen it on Facebook. They happened Sunday. Because I shared where I was speaking that Sunday, a young man came to that service. He sent the first lady, and she said, how did you know he was having it? He said, well, she put it on Facebook. I'm just saying, we can make social media out to what we want it to be. It can be used for good, it can be used for evil. I don't have time for the evil side. I don't got time for that because there's a reflection off me. I don't have time for the evil side. Nobody got time for that. So all the good stuff, if you're doing something good, you're doing something positive, you want somebody to support you, here I am. I help support, I share it. I'm not looking for anything. I just want to help you out by sharing it. If I can't buy it or I can't use it, I still share it on my page. I know I'm talking fast, but I'm going to have to get out of here. But yes, absolutely. I want y'all to have a great rest of y'all day. I'm going to try to come back this evening. If y'all have a question that y'all want to talk about, please send it to me. You can put it on here and I'll get it and I'll share it so other people can see what we're going to talk about when next time I go live. But come, go on there. If you got questions, you don't want to put it on here, inbox me. I'll look at it and I'll add it or whatever and see what's going on and we can discuss it. I just try to make sure everything is decent and in order. I don't want to represent nobody wrong or bad or anything like that. But if you have a question, I don't mind discussing questions, discussing things that are a great topic, because we talk about a lot of good stuff on here. And you helping somebody else. Somebody might see it one way, and by what you saying and how you do it, it might be seen a different way. And they be like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. And you can help them out. We try to not only help somebody out by encouraging them to be a part of some type of church. If they're not a part of your church or my church as a whole, it's fine. As long as they're into somebody's church and they're active in their church. Not just going to church, because people go to church and they just sit there. No, you being active in your church. I want to work with the youth. I want to work with the choir. I want to work with the musicians. I want to be, whatever your calling is, whatever the Lord except giving the talent to you to do those things. Don't be afraid. Don't pull back away from it, because God, he's looking at you. He see everything that you're doing anyway. You might well don't waste your life on negative things. Don't waste your life on evil stuff. Do things great with your life. If you want your name to be heard or seen, let it shine through what things that you do. If they don't call your name, at least they say, that's a good person. That person there helps somebody else out. They seen an elderly person having a hard time getting out their car. That's a great person. Things like that. Somebody don't have to always call your name, but be grateful for that. But we just try to encourage somebody to get the word out that God is Jesus is still alive. He's still working for us. He's still there for us. He's still helping us out, and we just want to be the great role models and leaders that we possibly can be. Your children should see that you're a great role model and that you're doing positive things. They're not always seeing that you fussing and fighting and ready to go off and ready to do things. Let them see some things that are positive that you're doing in your life. Your kids not going to always agree with you, because I know mine don't. It's okay. Hey, when you get grown, you understand. They ain't going to understand until you get grown or later on in life. But everything that you're doing is not, at least let them see some good in you, not always ready to fight. I'm going to get off here, but I'm going to tell y'all this little... I've been watching this show called Girls and Incarcerated on Netflix. That show, I think it's like 8 episodes, and I'm on the last little 15, 16 minutes of it. But it is a great show because it shows you, I don't like, the fact that the girls are incarcerated, but they done some things along the way. And once you hear their background story, you see, oh, that's why they're there. That's why they're acting out the way that they did. And it makes you look at a lot of things totally different. But look at this show, the girls incarcerated, and these are young girls under 17 that they're in juvenile detention. So this is what that is, but it shows it's like a documentary of what goes on inside of the juvenile detention center. And you try to avoid your children from going down that direction, going that way. But also you see how they ended there, and it's different things, but you can see how it got them. Their parents went through that, so they seen their parents go through that. So why can't I go through it? One young lady said that she was like, "That's what my mama did, so that's why I'm here. Because she did it, I feel like I should do it too." And that's not the way. So that's why I say you want to stay positive with your let your kids see that you're doing things positive, that you're trying to be the best parent that you can be. Your kids not gonna always agree with you, and it's fine. That's a part of life. We didn't always agree with our parents when we was growing up. I was telling somebody, I don't know who that was the other day, I was telling him, I said, oh, I wish I can go back and not be grown no more. Let me go back to 15, 16, and you didn't have to pay no bills. You didn't have to worry about none of that. You just, But now this is what we dealing with this day and age. But I'm gonna get out from here because I have to walk back up here and it's windy, and I don't know why my Floyd dress want to keep flaring up, so I'm gonna have to hold it. And I don't want to hold this iPad too. So y'all have a great rest of y'all day. I pray that I can come back on here and go live with y'all again. If not, I will come back tomorrow. But I do want y'all to have a great rest of your day. I believe Pastor Tim Rogers is having Bible study tonight. I shared that flyer on my God's Day page, but I'll share it on my page so my friends on my page can see it. But if you're not doing anything tonight, go by Pastor Tim Rogers. It's not his church, but it's a church that he's doing the Bible study at. Go and support that program. If you're not doing anything, you go to your Bible study tomorrow night, but you want to go to his Bible study tonight. There's nothing wrong with learning more about the Bible. It's okay. But I'll share it on my page. Y'all go and see that and support if you can. Also, all these other pages and stuff, y'all share. But y'all be blessed. I'll be back. If you have a comment, question or something, please let me know and we can discuss it. But y'all have a great rest of y'all day. I'm going to go back to work. Remember that God loves you. I love you. If there's something you can do about it, y'all have a blessed day.